Hello guys, welcome to Monday on the Real DVD Watchers. First off, just like to apologise for not doing a review last week. I actually just really forgot. For all my getting on everyone's case when they don't do a review, I just genuinely forgot. So today I'm going to be reviewing a film I just watched, which is Christine, which is a 1983 horror film by John Carpenter. It's about a possessed car, which I know doesn't sound particularly, intoxicating as a film. Don't know if that is the right use of that. It doesn't, it sounds a bit shit really. You say possessed car, not something you're gonna want to watch. The car is red. It's the red. It's like from the 50s, and this kid buys it, and then he's kind of a nerd, but he sort of turns into an asshole when he buys the car, and the car's the only thing he cares about. And I actually really liked this film. I wouldn't, not John Carpenter's best from what I've seen, but it was a solid flick. I really liked just the way they did it, and then it just could have been really stupid and really cheesy, and it is a little bit cheesy, but it was still fun. I didn't. One thing I from the beginning I thought was weird is how this kind of like guy who's like a semi-jock with his his football jacket and all that malarkey was friends with this kid who was a big old nerd with his glasses and his lunch from his mum. But yeah, I did like it, and the characters were good. It was a good take on the story, and yeah, like I said, could have been really stupid and cheesy, but wasn't. One thing that really did bug me about the film though was when the nerd kind of takes the car out, buys the car, and then starts like rebuilding it. It's almost like you see him as a nerd, and then the next time you see him, he's like this kind of suave asshole, and it was just a bit of a jump. I wish there could have been more of a like a build up to that a little bit, but there you go. There's not like a ton I can say about the film. It was a good horror flick. It wasn't scary at all. I mean, but I didn't think it would be. When you're dealing with a possessed car, it's never gonna be scary. And I think it always takes me back to that really shit Supernatural season 1 episode about that possessed car, which was just shit. But so I kind of relate it in my head to that. But it was a good flick. It was I don't know. Yeah, I can't say a ton about it. I liked how the central character, the nerd guy at the beginning, was likeable, and how you kind of felt for him because he was getting picked on by those assholes with a knife. What are they calling him? Cuntingham. Hey, Cuntingham! That's me being the bully guy. But then it just kind of jumps, and the nerdy guy was an asshole, and it was like Cuntingham was a cunt, and you were just like, oh dear, no, I don't like him anymore. So then it became sort of the jock. He was the most likable character after that. That was kind of a problem with the film though. It's like, I know it's supposed to be like that, but Cunningham wasn't very likable. And you could kind of like, okay, yeah, I know it's the car that's possessing him, sort of making him a douchebag. But it was just, you were just like, how am I supposed to, like this guy? He's the central character of the film, isn't he? Or I guess you could say Christine, the car, was the central character. But I just feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm going to cut myself off there. This is really, I mean, it's, not not much of a review, but yeah, 7 out of 10, somewhere around about that. Didn't blow me away, didn't hate it like Pumpkinhead. So there you go. That was my review of my scattered review of Christine.